Hello there, thank you for joining in. Oh, camera's a tad low today. There we go. A bit better. I like that. Just, oh yeah, I said the music is great, and just all of a sudden it's gone. Just Majora's Mask it's listening to you. Anyway, let's get Carl in, shall we? Hope everyone in chat is doing well today.
Oh, hoi hoi.
Oh, hola, Carl. Thank you for joining.
Am I in, yes?
You are indeed, yes.
Just trying to figure out how to pop out your chat.
Oh, right, yes.
Pop out chat, there we are.
Go. Oh god, no. And I finally got around to just like putting in a little reward of just like fucking put a cake gif on. So it's not to say I won't do it, but like if I need a little bump, there we go, Shadow coming in. What we'll start with the awkward teeth.
Yeah, let me get just my end sorted so I can get like my chat up on screen and your thing.
Yeah, no
there
worries,
we go.
yeah.
There we go. See if I can get send me your screen. I'm all ready.
Yeah, I'm just editing the volume slightly. There we go.
Let's have a nice glass of tonic water.
Lovely jubbly.
It's just so satiating, like.
I mean, I say lovely jubbly. I hate tonic water.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste for me. It's because the cake is like.
That's such a good one. When his like top lips just got stuck like.
It's when you look at it and you think this is nature's perfect killing machine. You're like, really? This thing?
Yeah. Let's just retweet and say we're live. So I'm gonna. We can start up and then just immediately be like, oh no, I guess we can go from the save file. We don't need to though.
Very strange. I mean, like a save file in a game where just time doesn't matter anymore.
And as well, just like we've also just got suspend points. If you remember, we just suspended ourselves, just being like, let's dance.
We have though learned by very, very rough example of sometimes that doesn't work.
I mean, it works. Just sometimes user error occurs, and Lucas decides to.
All that Super Metroid footage.
When I pressed to create a suspend point instead of load a suspend point when we were like playing through Super Metroid, and we lost like what 40 minutes progress or something.
Yeah. I will say though, I'm impressed with the flexibility little Link shows in his bones.
He's like, yeah.
Very flexible kneecaps.
Like, I need to learn this dance. Like, I don't think my legs can do that, but I need to learn this dance anyway.
Just go to the club and start doing that.
Yeah. Imagine requesting whatever the fuck this song is from Majora's Mask in like a nightclub.
Oh, you'd get it. Like,
you'd know who the true ones were, so you could vibe.
I'm sure when you go like Comic-Con and all those like nerd events, they will have like. Because I remember when I went to that like crappy Comic-Con thing in Sheffield for a laugh, and me and my missus went, and they were just playing like thumping techno.
Of course, yeah.
From like video games and stuff, and people were just dancing and like dressed in anime costumes. And my girlfriend like, this is the greatest thing ever.
So
just got absolutely hammered and loved it.
Yes, we got the Sonata of Awakening. Did we reset the date? We did reset the day. And I guess we're on slow time. It looks like we're on slow time. Like, I guess it's like not quite as easy to jump back into Majora's Mask as it is Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, because there's like so much that could be going on in any given moment. I can see that being quite a...
So I might need to like just, you know, next time just go on YouTube and watch the last like 10 minutes or so, because... Yeah, like...
Remind yourself. Always
yeah, exactly. But we've got the bunny hood, and that's basically like that means we win.
Isn't that like the item that you need for this game? You were telling me because it just makes you run faster. And
well, it's like 1.5 times movement speed, yeah.
Which is basically 1.5 times as much time to do everything in a game where the whole crux is you need more time.
Exactly.
You're effectively giving yourself 50% more time.
We need to do it. Just play Cade running. Just like this is the power of the bunny hood.
Whoa!
Whoa!
An almost perfectly cut GIF.
It's
close to being perfect, if not for the fact that you can see the lighting change.
Yeah. And like that's the thing is just those GIFs are normally just like, oh, You know when like you take a picture and you can like pick the best shot.
Oh yeah, and it's just because you're running so fast.
And it captures the movement. So pretty much every GIF I've got is just taking a picture of Cade of me and like keep the movement on, and then just make it a GIF.
Yeah, iPhone does that a lot. It's like live photos. Some of them are great. You just see people trying to post the photo.
If we haven't slowed down time yet, I guess we can now. Wait. No, that's the right way, isn't it? No, that's the inverted tongue of time. Return the flow time to normal. So, okay. That does let us know that we're on slow time, at least.
That's good. You know, slow mode's been activated.
Yeah,
Things like his chat can't be trusted, so he's put slow mode on for a bit.
Wait, what? Oh!
Slow mode.
You got me there for a second. I was like, wait, no, why? We're not on a big stream. Why have I got slow mode on?
Like, Link's got slow mode
Link's got slow mode on. Link's just like, oh, some weirdos just come in chat. Just best keep an eye on.
It's no better. It's always hilarious when you get that. Nothing cracks me up more than when I just get like weirdos in chat yelling at me.
So I believe we're okay to just head straight to the first dungeon. Get right there.
So, yes.
Don't need this frog out. Uh-oh. We always need that, like, that dash first.
It's like, wee! The little hep. I said it last time, it reminds me of the worms jump. The hep.
Yeah.
Hep.
How many times did you die on worms due to, like, pressing the wrong input for a jump?
100% of the time.
Just the amount of times you're like, oh, I'll do a double jump and, like, backflip up to somewhere, and then it's like, oh, no, you held jump and leaped forward off the edge of a cliff. It's like, oh, no. Oh, I can't see what we're shooting at. That's never good. Oh, dear.
That noise.
A fearful spider house. Uh-oh. Drown, Link, drown. Love the pastels. Thank you. The pastels are also known as just like, I let my hair fade because I'm letting it grow a bit.
Oh, you're growing out, are you?
I'm attempting to, yeah. I'm bored of having, like, short hair for so long, so... It's just like, I'm gonna try and dye it a bit less, because that means bleaching it a bit less. Right. Left. Center. Okay, Lucas totally knows where he's going.
Oh, that was scary. That I saw that Link was sinking just a little bit. Like,
oh. Well, hang on. We unlocked the Song of Soaring, didn't we?
Does that mean you can fly?
Yeah, and I think we had, like, maybe one location in the swamp. We are doing the time up again. Just, like, all and over again. Southern Swamp, Woodfall.
I'm going to see that soon. That's from Rocky Horror Picture Show, isn't it?
It is indeed, yeah.
I'm going to see that live next week.
Oh, are you?
I've never seen it live. I'm only familiar with it, so I'm like dead excited.
The question is, like, how big are your fishnet stockings when you go in them?
I haven't got anything. I'm not taking any clothes. I'm taking one backpack.
Like, you've got an excuse when you're going to a different country to go see it. Like, you can't pack a fancy dress outfit.
Exactly. If anyone's complaining, it's like, I literally arrived here like 14 hours ago. I've got to get my train at 3 in the morning.
Oh, Dr. Frankfurt. Is that, that's like the one everyone wants to play, right?
Tim Curry's character, I believe. I'm familiar with it through pop culture osmosis, but that's about it.
I've seen the, oh, we don't have 10 rupees. I'm a poor child.
I don't like that bird, I'm going to be honest.
That's not a bird.
Where is it?
That's one of the witch hags.
Oh, he's got like a little beak.
But he's a giant nose.
Oh, okay, I thought it was a beak. I'm going to say let's call it Tracy. Tracy Beaker.
God, no.
Do they tried to bring Tracy Beaker back?
Oh, really?
It didn't go well.
Did they?
Yeah, it didn't go well. Because, like, the actress is grown up, but she can't be in anything else.
Oh, well, they tried to bring back the actress of Tracy Beaker back?
Yeah. Every time they try and bring it back, they're like, nah.
Like, why would you not just do it again with new actors and stuff.
Lucas, the actress wanted to be in Tracy Beaker again.
Well, the actress hasn't been in much else, has she? So I can see why she'd be interested. We're actually like...
You look at something where you just see it and just go, oh, this is like because one person's ego. So I think they tried to reboot Clarissa Explains It All with Melissa Joan Hart.
Oh.
And she was like really up her own ass about how important that thing was. It's like, this isn't even the most memorable thing you did.
No, it's the Sabrina the Teenage Witch, yeah.
Yeah, reboot that shit and then we'll talk.
Please just enjoy the scenery. I will, thank you. I'll just enjoy this little boy. And you can see, like, in the weird thing about the models is, like, most models weren't touched up from game to game, but you can see that young Link's got much more, like, rounded young face about him.
It's where all the money went.
Yeah, it is.
All the money went on.
You know what? This game is just the absolute showcase for just clever use of your assets.
It's like when we play through like Final Fantasy X on my channel out. It's like you'll go in and you'll see, okay, someone comes on screen, their model looks way worse than mine. They're not important.
Yeah, it's the classic.
It's like my model looks way better than yours. I'm a more important character. And if they come on screen, their model's like better than yours. Like, okay, I should probably listen to what's going on here.
We are not disembarking. Yeah, it's when whenever you're playing any JRPG and you're like, oh, they've got an anime haircut, they're important, right? Okay, like they've got distinctive design, like unique jacket or something like that. Pay attention.
Spot the protagonist.
Yeah, 100%. It's like Persona. I'm playing through Persona 5 on and off, and just like Royale now, and just yeah, you can the moment you see like one character get introduced, it's like they've got way more distinctive like parts of their, like, you know, their hair and whatever compared to like the other school children. You're clearly going to be like a member of my party or something.
They've got something about their design that's like atypical.
Oh shit. Okay. So we've gone all the way around, which means I've gone to the wrong place.
Why would you go on a tour of this thing? It looks awful.
Yeah.
I'd pay money to not go there.
Yeah, I would very actively. Is it this guy we need to talk to?
So just on the Jungle Cruise adventure. What's that noise?
Oh, low battery on my controller. That's good. Uh-oh. I like how my controller's plugged in, so maybe it'll last.
The thing is though, when it's like Nintendo, if it says low battery, that's like at least 6 hours.
Oh, I don't know with these N64 controllers.
Are they not very good?
They're not bad, but they're not, like, you know, Joy-Con / Pro Controller level of battery.
That's kind of a shame. Then again, like, controlling seems to be the one thing Nintendo as well, set for the Joy-Con, like a notable outlier in like just controlling the build quality.
Is it down this way? Is this where we have to go? Oh man. Yeah, to be fair, that is kind of similar. Like, we'd be doing background characters as outlines. Kind of Persona does a similar thing where a lot of the character models are kind of like silhouettes and stuff. So, like, you know, if you're just walking down the street, there's some, like, actual models, but a lot of the time there's also, like, a lot of just silhouettes in the background and stuff to kind of, like, make it seem like it's more populated.
Good, like, cost-saving measure overall, I imagine.
100%. So, have we got them? Maybe we could go to the Deku Palace and just check I haven't missed a route over there or something.
That needs to go in.
Because, oh, we did learn that sonata, and I don't think we've tried it on the king. So if we bust in there, because it was like the monkey got shown that song by the princess, I think he said.
And he got really hype about it.
He did. See, there we go. That's what happens when you got no momentum. Yeah, that's always the way. Like, if we've learned anything about just these forest-based songs from the Deku, someone always wants to hear them. Like Darunia wanted to hear Saria's song.
People always want to break down to those beats.
Those jungle beats. Oh no, Donkey Kong. We spoke ill of Donkey Kong, and it's like...
It's more the woods, isn't it?
I mean, this is like a swamp. But I just want to say jungle beat in honor of our man himself. The Kong.
Cool. Gotta show respect, like, you know, the king of the jungle himself. The king swinger.
There we go. So we'll go to the Deku Palace. We'll see what's up. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh,
I do like this song.
Good song.
This is a pop.
Like, alright, I guess you can go to the... what's the point in having guards that the moment you talk to them, they go, alright, I guess...
It's fine.
I guess you can go through. Oh my god, this poor monkey. Oh my god, no!
They're cooking him!
Oh!
Getting a grill, got the grill
Oh,
up. No punishment!
They're dipping him in and out. Oh no.
Lucas, punishment.
Okay, so what's the sonata? We need to save the monkey.
Play the punishment sonata, make them get him quicker.
That's so grim.
Isn't like Zelda one of those like famous series where you always see those really crap clickbait videos of like darker than you remember? It's like no, the games were always dark. It's just
they're dipping a monkey to torture him.
And the idea that people missed it is like no, you were a kid and you didn't realise.
Yeah. God, that is true. We have slowed down time, which means he's getting double the amount of torture put in him.
But it does mean he gets to survive for a little bit longer, so... Just hold on.
If we just keep playing this song to somebody, dear God. Yeah, that's the thing is, like, I forgot when I, like, didn't rewatch it for like 10 years that One Piece actually even starts out really good. It's a lot more childish to start with, but it still starts out really strong and then just gets stronger. And obviously there's little bits of ups and downs, so like certain arcs are better than others, but generally speaking it's just... Huh?
And when something goes on for like 1,000 episodes, it must have some level of quality.
Yeah.
To justify continuing for that length of time.
Oh my god. The monkey shall suffer and suffer till he can suffer no more. The thing is, if you were watching it as a kid, you may have been watching, like, the 4 kids cut it, like, depending on your age, because that's what I watched as a child, and, oh, they're bad.
They got you into it, though, that's the thing. They're bad in the sense that, like, they're not true to the original, but what else could they do?
Oh, no, the voice acting is terrible,
okay.
I mean. Like,
I think like the people smoking and stuff like that. It's like you can't show people smoking in a kid's show.
No, I mean as in like the voice actors are bottom of the barrel. Like, just imagine just Yu-Gi-Oh, but you made it 3 times worse.
I like the voice acting in Yu-Gi-Oh is so bad that it kind of goes all the way around to being great again.
But then like Yu-Gi-Oh's does that, but One Piece is just straight up bad. Yeah, they did things like censor cigarettes with lollipops and stuff, or just like straight removed smokers' cigars, but that bit is kind of understandable. It's like
you can't show people smoking in kids shows. It's like
well, not according to America.
Well,
you can in Japan. They can do whatever the fuck they want. That's fair. I'm not even sure whether I know about like the scene, if it's something that's modern, because I've still got like 150 episodes or so to watch myself.
You've always got more One Piece. It's always there for you.
Well, I kind of like don't want to finish or catch up on it, so
you're stuck waiting for the next episode to come out.
Exactly. So we've been doing a thing of like, watching one arc of the more modern ones, which are like, 80 to 100 per arc. Episodes, that is, and then after that we'll go watch another anime or 2 to just give ourselves a bit more of a block of breathing room.
The one thing as well is there's always more anime to watch.
There is.
There's always more anime.
Oh my god. Just cover an entire face with a carrot. Like, yeah, they've got a cigarette, they don't need to be seen. That's great.
works.
Just about. Like, well, yeah, I suppose that it does, I guess, work, but it is a bit rough when you're just like, this character doesn't exist anymore. Here we go, Woodfall. Yes.
You made it.
So it took me a little while to remember where we were going, but finally here. Again, I should definitely make more of a habit of, like, reminding ourselves what we haven't done, because
It's fine.
Such a weird game. Like, in Ocarina of Time, I'm just like, well, yeah, I just need to go to, like, the next area, whereas this is, like, you constantly keep backtracking on yourself and stuff. Here we go. Yeah. Take out my fellow Deku.
Like, you're mine now. You belong to me. I see what it's like. That purpleness looks horrifying.
There we go.
Like, that just looks like a bad time for everyone.
And you know there's somebody watching this go, well, that doesn't look exactly how it did in the N64 version. There's some slight offness on the texture or some shit.
There's some frames missing. It's completely unplayable. People really
I understand when, for speedrunners, people were saying, like, for me, it's unplayable, but there were certain people who were like, I'm a speedrunner, and let me tell you to never play this version of the game. As if we had this.
Why don't you just go get original hardware that costs thousands and thousands of dollars and have it in your house on your 2 PCs?
Yeah,
or emulate it.
For the sake of, you know, just a consumer product where people aren't really familiar with whether it's like good or bad emulation and how well it's running, like the idea of telling someone that, like, I think it was like 5 or 6 frames of data, like, would, you know, sorry, it was 5 or 6 frames delayed, like, which is quite a bit when the game's running at 30. But the idea that it's completely unplayable to a casual audience is like, dear God. Oh God, why would you ever cut the hair off an antagonist? In anime, at least. That's just going to anger them.
It's a good idea.
It's like Samson.
Yeah. It's like if Sephiroth had no hair, he wouldn't be nearly as much of a threat.
That might be true. I'd be right. Okay, so... balls. So we didn't get the Great Fairy Mask. So maybe it's... let me double check that we can just walk back here. Maybe it's like, you can't use this in the temple. Please. Okay, we'll sort to the entrance, I guess. But that stray fairy that you saw that we had to fly into and drop down, if you have the Great Fairy Mask, they will, when you get within a certain perimeter, they'll magnet towards you.
Ah.
So I want to double check that we can definitely walk back toward Fall and that I just made a mistake earlier. Oh, yeah. Okay. I just made the mistake and went to the South Swamp when I should have gone toward Fall. Okay, I missed that. There's defo someone watching this on, like, either when I did it or on the VOD, like, you just had Woodfall there, like, what are you doing? No.
That's always like, because I've, something that makes me giggle just every now and again is like when I check my personal channel and we've just got random messages from like or random comments on videos like years old, and there's like a guy who's been clearly going through the Final Fantasy VIII playthrough of like using excuses dying at that point.
Oh really?
And, like, yeah, and that's like that thing of like, we did that a year ago. We stopped. It's like, why didn't you do this in like a God of War playthrough of like, why didn't you just do it? It's like, we completed it like 2 years ago.
So that's my next question is it just... Because we need to find the stray fairy in town somewhere. Is it in here? I don't think it... I think we just have to quickly... We'll run around town, find the stray fairy, Because that mask is super useful, to be fair. It's probably worth us wasting a little bit of time.
Fair enough, so go grab it then. Oh, sure, you got the time. No one can stop you.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm glad that we don't have that. I have the Bomber's Notebook code written down. We don't have that issue, at least. Oh my god, that leap.
The hell of a jump, wasn't it? Like, what? Just Baby Link with this, like, 14-foot vertical jump.
What gift are we going to play? Play this one for a bit. Oh my god, the silver rupee. Let's go deposit money. Link made bank.
That'll get wealthy.
So
we like his little as he's running.
It's a really satisfying sound effect.
Like the little clonk.
Deposit rupees.
Like worst system for a bank ever.
It's just
it's like hiding it under your mattress would be a better idea.
Yeah. At least this guy means that oh, we get a special gift for reaching 200 rupees. Oh, a better wallet. Awesome. I was gonna say just then, at least it's a good way to circumvent the wallet limit.
And they just give you a brand new wallet.
And then he's like, well, talking about wallet limits, I would like you to have a better wallet so that you can save up to give me more. I don't know what this guy's...
It's a very poor business plan, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day... Oh, there it is. I don't know how, like, banks work when the system is. I'm just going to put a stamp on your head and assume that that's genuine. And I'm not going to be making money off it.
Lucas, how do banks work right now? Can anyone explain how banks actually work? And he's like, no, you can't. It's all like lies and...
I guess he might just be working off the same way the bank is, of take your money and hope that you die. But with his system, he's not liable to anyone else. He's only liable to the person with the stamp on the forehead.
Respect.
So I guess if he's like, ah, yes, young child going out with a sword to adventure, I'll take all of your money and just hope that you never come back.
It's a hell of a gamble, but on some level, I do respect it.
So here
I'm just going to hope that you eventually just die. Ooh.
That's true. Just
that scream is horrifying.
That's one. So that is one thing of like when there's a lot of just like, oh well, I'll let you take an overdraft, but then you go over your overdraft and I'll charge you. But then, like, I've put money back into my account. I remember this happened. Like, I just went back over.
I think it's happened to everyone, yeah. And
yeah, and then I paid the overdraft charge for going over my overdraft, which then put me back over my overdraft, and then I had another charge, and I was like, the fuck am I meant to do?
You have those things of like, so, when were you radicalized against capitalism? It's that moment.
Yes, the deadly spiral of going in and out of over your overdraft.
The fact that it's so expensive being poor. It's like the cruelest irony in life, isn't it? Like, having no money is so fucking expensive.
Yeah. It's like, how can they charge you extra charges based on the fact that they charged you and that sent you back over your overdraft? It's bullshit.
It's like, yeah, when banks just give you that fuck you've got no money charge, it's like, well, come on.
It's like, you can see I've got no money and you're charging me more. You literally have the biggest insight into how fucked I already am and you're screwing me more over. Banks do suck. And the one thing that banks like, oh, but we'll keep your money safe and we'll give you interest. Is it you look at the interest, it's like a 0.01. It's like, great.
Does it go in line with inflation? Well, no.
Of course not.
How would it go in line with inflation? Because that's how the economy... No.
Do the Ron Swanson, like bury gold. Bury gold wherever you can.
Worse for you. And that's again, it's that cruel irony of like money in a bank loses value over time.
With the current inflation rates and stuff, yeah.
He'll never win. And imagine people now tuning in and think, oh, I'm going to watch this guy play
And I'm like,
Majora's
well,
Mask.
thanks, sucks so much. Like, wait, what stream am I watching? Yeah, says Majora's Mask.
Getting radicalized on stream. Let's go.
There we go, we found the stray fairy. So I believe there's 15 stray fairies in each dungeon, and there's 4 dungeons. And I can tell you that they give you a reward. I can't remember what the reward is, but I can tell you that they give you a reward.
It feels like something that you should get a reward for, so... I can't be mad at that, at least.
True. Majora socialism. Let's go. Place stinks just like the poison swamp. It's almost as if it follows a Zelda trope of the boss causes the problem in the area.
So I wonder what's causing all this. I wonder if it's like the big fucker at the end who's refusing to share any of their wealth. Like, wait, what?
What do you mean Elon Musk is the boss of this dungeon?
He's the final boss of capitalism. He gets like, it doesn't matter what you do, he just gets more money. It's like when you've conquered all capitalism, just like the final boss arrives.
Where's the Master Sword to take down this man?
You know, he's just like riding in his like Tesla, which just catches fire and he kills himself. And it's like, yes.
He dies in his like death tunnel. Just this is the future.
He's like shit posting because there's like companies who are like, we don't like cars, and they're talking about like the most congested cities, like they say like London and Paris. Like, oh, sounds like they need some tunnels. Like, yeah, they've got a London Underground, mate.
Yeah,
it still doesn't help because they don't invest in it.
Imagine having like these tunnels underground, right? And you get loads of people all together on some kind of mass transit system.
This is not what he wants. No, he wants a private system that you've got to pay to use. It's like, no, just invest in railways, asshole.
Oh dear. Like, that's my favourite thing, is all those weirdos defending it. Like, no, it's the future. Like, imagine trying to like put some of our traffic underground instead of it all being on the streets. It's called a fucking train, mate.
It's got a
and it can fit way more people on it at once.
And they're cheaper.
Yeah.
Almost like everyone pays just a little bit of money.
Anyway, Majora's Mask is a game. Let's push a block. Speedy Link time.
Speedy Link is horrifying. Can you get like Speedy... Oh no, because you can't wear 2 masks at once, can you?
No, you can't. That would be incredible.
Like, combining the effects.
Because imagine like when, spoilers, we can get Goron Link. Imagine having Speedy Goron Link. Let's just shoot this fucker then. Link's got a gun now. Oh my god.
He's just there, he's like, pew pew.
Fight me at this range. Go. So 5 stray fairies down. Go. Is that a fairy under the water that I see?
That's gonna be rough to get. That's gonna be rough.
No, because we can. This is why you need the mask.
Oh, okay, so you can go underneath and be okay.
Well, we can pop the balloon.
It draws it towards you.
And then it draws it towards us, yeah. But it's finding the angle that we can actually shoot this thing at, which might just be like here. But as people can see, this projectile is like some jank.
That is, it looks like it's unpredictable, which means it sucks.
Yep. Carl nailing it. I guess that means we do have to shoot it from there. It's awful. Unless I'm really missing something, but that seems like that's the intended solution. This is using up my magic meter as well.
You restore that in any way?
You just find magic potions in like pots and stuff.
Oh, okay. And is it a what's the word now? Reactive system where it's the thing that you need the most, you're more likely to find, or is it set, or is it random?
No.
So it's like if you need magic, you're more likely to find magic in.
Generally in Zelda games and anywhere which requires you to have a certain thing, it will, like, there's always a pot that has, like, a guaranteed drop of, like, bombs for you in case.
I do recall this in the top-down one we played, where it's like, oh, we need bombs. Oh, it was just, like, a chest here that...
Oh, we haven't found bombs in any pot in any dungeon for, like, 5 dungeons, and there just happens to be one here. Look at those flips. Goddamn flips. Like, these Link flips, I love them. Just... like, the absolute style required.
This absolute unit.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah, just the flips. They had 1 year to program this game. It's like, what do we need to do? Need to make Link do sick flips, alright?
That's something a guy did in his day off. He came in and added that. You know that guy in Silent Hill who programmed all the cutscenes in 1 day?
Yeah, yeah.
Because he just came in on his off time and did it, and they're like, oh my god.
There we go. Speed healing, let's go. Oh no. People are gonna get so mad that I'm just like skipping the transformation every time.
The scream's really off-putting. I don't like it.
You know what, Carl, in that case?
No. This is awful. I don't like to think about it.
That little blow and bubble sound.
It's really awful just when you just hear Link screaming in agony.
Oh my god, like, please aggro us. There we go, thank you. The Zora one is the worst, yeah.
I've not heard that one yet, that's why.
I think they've all got the exact same scream, but like the animation is obviously different for each one.
And they seem to put a different filter over it as well.
It seems like even more terrifying when it's Zora Link. Oh. I missed that one for a second, Ross, but thank you. Like, I didn't remember that you lower the water level in this.
Ah. Seems like fairly straightforward.
Is that someone I forgot? Okay. No, that doesn't do that.
I love this little flower.
I thought for a second that going in there replenishes your magic, but it doesn't. This is so much tougher without the bunny hut. Dear God. Oh my god, the butterflies are attacking me because I've got a fiery stick. Don't you attack nature, how dare you. He's doing sick flips with the Deku stick on fire.
This child, like, yeah.
And then I'm just gonna, I'm gonna backflip my way back over here. Hope for the best. No magic still, dear God. The absolute prowess on this child, I can't get over it.
Unstoppable.
I think what was more funny than the Mario movie getting delayed was that Nintendo of America's tweet was just, "Hi, Shigeru here."
Yeah, that's the thing of like, you know as well, he could have done that at any time. At any time, he can just, like, any time of day, any time, like, don't matter if it's a holiday, it's just like, he can say, where the fuck is, like, Nintendo of America? He just never uses it.
Yeah.
And it's like, Miyamoto wants to use the phone. And I imagine, because it's Nintendo, it's backwards as fuck, there's one phone. I imagine there's one phone, it's like an iPhone 4, and it's just sat on someone's desk drawer.
Yeah.
So I saw like this amazing tweet earlier, and it was like, there's just, and it's one of those like just things like PlayStation and Xbox they put out every day. What's everyone playing this weekend?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And someone just pointed out like they've tried to write it all in lowercase because they've been told that's how young people tweet, but they have to capitalize PlayStation.
Oh, right.
And it reads of like it's like a robot wrote it, but you know a person wrote it following a style guide. And it's like, oh. Hope everyone's looking forward to the weekend. What PlayStation exclusive game is everyone playing this weekend? I don't know. Let us know. Just...
What PlayStation exclusive TM is everyone playing?
Yeah, and exclusive is capitalized.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that looks so bad.
Go Link. Let's go.
Just when you see something like, oh,
you know
really?
that corporate won't allow you to not capitalize PlayStation.
You can't write PlayStation, not capitalize, and you can't not capitalize it properly.
Yeah.
It's got to be capital P, capital
capital S afterwards, yeah. And you can't as well like right formally, because yeah, as you say, like the young people won't like it, and they won't. They'll be like, "Oh my god, this is so corporate." But you've got to be just corporate enough to keep the capital P and S there.
So I've got a mate who used to do that. He says like he quit because he was just so infuriating. Like he'd like, I don't know what it was he ran. I think like a betting website or something, or like one of those like hundreds of betting websites. He did their social media, and he was just having banter with people. Imagine people like tweeting out of like, "Oh, I might put like a cheeky flutter on this," and he would just like send them one back of like, "Oh yeah, if you do that and you win, I'll buy you a pint." Silly things like that, and getting engagement. And you get messages from higher up like you're not sticking to the company brands, like, but I'm getting 40 times more engagement than you've ever had in the past. Like one tweet I've done's got more engagement than last year. It's like, but it's not the brand that we want. It's like, what, a brand that people interact with and care about? Okay.
I apologize for doing my job correctly.
You pay me specifically to get you engagement online. That's what I'm doing.
It's like,
doing it the wrong way.
Is your job to like deal with the social media? Do you know as much about it as me? Well, no, but we've decided this is how it runs. It's like, why? Why pay for me then? Why pay for my expertise of like you're going to just decide to shut me down anyway?
If anyone ever wants to see this in real time, like a real time like example of this, go and if you've got time, scroll all the way back to the official Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter account. And if you post memes and fan art and stuff like that.
Is there like one distinctive point where that all changes?
Yes, because there's a point where the previous social media manager announces that they're retiring. And they say thank you for all these years. And if you go back, all their tweets are super corporate and sterilized. Oh, here, like, welcome to like this Sonic thing. And then just like the next day, just memes. And you can just see like the interaction is just like through the roof. It's like, oh wow. They hired someone who knew what the fuck they would do. They hired a young person who likes Sonic. They somehow find someone
also,
who likes
Sonic. Little thing there.
Yes.
If you stand on the Switch as Deku Link, the Switch doesn't go down because Dekus are lighter than Hylians.
That's kind of awesome. Even though he should have the same. Where's his mask go?
Because like, if you just like this, it's like, oh, what do you mean?
That means he's taking the mask off and he's somehow losing like 40 pounds of like man.
Oh, I thought you said mask. Because we're playing Majora's Mask. Like
the mass of the Link is.
Yeah.
You think it remain consistent? The most important part of Ant-Man.
But then also, Carl, like this is a game where we put on a mask and magically transform into an entirely like actual different being.
That's fair, but I do hate that explanation. If it's a video game, don't think about it. It's like, no, your universe should make sense. It should remain consistent.
That he's becoming a different like race. His actual genetics are changing, like his physiology is.
Fair enough. Ooh, no,
well, I agree with the Ant-Man thing.
Like Riptor.
This thing spitting fire, literally.
Straight from the Killer Instinct tournament. Majora's Mask. Oh no, he's coming in. Dear God, now. Style on this.
Oh, there we go. Like, send him into the wall. Void him out.
Like, flips into the wall. What a hero.
I was watching, like, a person do a GameCube speedrun of Wind Waker. Like, specifically the GameCube version, because the HD version's got, like, different ones. Glitches and stuff.
Yes.
And, like, it's so weird how much, like, there's like voiding out and going out of bounds and stuff involved in those games, but
it's just not fun to watch.
Well, it's actually a very interesting watch the first time, like at the very least. But it's weird that Nintendo games are like they're polished on the surface, but then broken when you get really deep into it, which makes the speedrun super interesting because it's not glitches that you're gonna run into on a a regular playthrough, but then you get into like, oh, we found like wall hacks and stuff like that, and like clips and things, and just there's certain little mechanics that are broken as hell, but generally speaking, you'll never ever see them.
You know what that is? That's like it's good resource management of like we put the effort where it needed to go.
And as well, like the QA testers are focusing on like an actual play experience and not like, oh, well, what happens if some fucker tries to, like, clip half of their body purposefully into this? And, like, yeah, it's like, oh, you've got weird menu storage manipulation in Breath of the Wild and stuff. It's, well, that's not really where the bug fixes need to be prioritized, is it? It's like, does Link walk into an object and just die.
I am though a big fan of that one speed run where it's like you just stare at a rupee. They never. Someone realised that when Link looks at a rupee, he moves really slowly backwards. You ever seen that one?
No.
I don't know what game it is, but there's like a glitch in one of the Zelda games where if Link holds an object in his hand, he moves very slowly backwards, and if you leave it for 10 hours, he clicks through a wall, and if you do like 0% one. It's just that thing of like, who the fuck noticed that?
Mm. Like, somebody... Oh my god, like, this boss fight, yes. There is a frog riding a Turtle of Doom.
I've seen this. I respect it.
I completely forgot about this fight, I'm not gonna lie, but this is awesome.
How could you forget about, like, what might be the coolest thing I've ever seen?
I don't know.
This might be the strongest thing that's ever existed.
Just it's all those ones, isn't it? Like, oh, my dog started sitting on my turtle. It's like, I mean, yeah, okay. Like, I don't know how many people have, like, a giant turtle. But yeah, sure, I guess. Oh, of course, we just got the bow and arrow. Lucas, what are you doing? So strong. Dive, no! Ooh!
I do appreciate low percent speed. Like, some things, one of the things I like to have on in the background is stuff like speedruns. It's just people talking.
Mm-hmm.
It's like basically a podcast, but you learn stuff about video games. And every now and again, you get the wrong kind of speed run, by which I mean it's like, it's a person who clearly has an audience.
Mm-hmm.
They clearly have like a fan base, but they don't know how to interact with anyone outside of it.
It's just like the memes that they've created, and that's about it.
I've talked before, like you'll watch some, and it's like all the chat is and all the donations are like in jokes that AGDQ gets like sometimes like hundreds of thousands of people watching, and these streamers, they're pretty popular in a lot of cases, but at most, a couple thousand people watching them.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's like,
of course.
Just these dumb jokes that no one's going to
It's
get.
similar to like the idea of like me being on AGDQ and being like, oh, remember Cade, everyone loves Cade, right? And it's like, well, the subsect of your audience that knows you, yeah, they like Cade, but like, there's also 90% of this audience has never heard of you as a streamer before.
Yeah. Yeah, and like, they will after this, but
yeah, exactly. And like that's kind of your job as an AGDQ person, is like you need to be there to like create an interesting run to make money for charity, but on your end, like personal gains wise, it's to be as interesting and I guess like approachable as possible, so that you then get those people going, oh, that streamer themselves was cool, not the run, I'll go follow that streamer.
And just like a couples I joined, they have like the couch, and they clearly have that one person on the couch who's really trying too hard.
Yeah, but then there's also the times where like the couch can be really helpful, because like the moments that are really like, you know, intense for the runner, the couch can take over and kind of alleviate that stress, which is...
It's a difficult thing, it's hard. I feel bad shitting on it, it's like it's for charity as well, but just every now and again you'll get one that's just like, oh, there's just something about the way people are interacting here, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean, yeah. So right now we're running without the dungeon map, which means it's quite hard to keep track of where I have and haven't been. I think...
Just remember. How hard can it be to remember?
I am trying my best to like mental map it out, which is like a skill that Zelda games really help you with. It's like mental mapping a 3D area and trying to keep track of it all and stuff, but it's definitely hard when there's, you know, 20 rooms to keep track of all at once.
I'm gonna see if I can give some people in chat just flashbacks to like their nightmares. I'm currently listening in the background playing with Ninja Gaiden. Joe, it's just getting to. That's the thing that sums up me. Casually in the background playing Ninja Gaiden, one of like the hardest character action games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the area with the ghost fish, and if people have played this game, they know what the fuck I'm on about. Where it's like the ghost fish, the scariest, most dangerous enemy in the entire series.
Like, and then that sets something... Oh no, it doesn't set something on fire, it gives us a stray fairy. So, I think our job is to like set that one alight, so that then we can bow and arrow, like fire for... Oh my god, Link, no, not into the poison! No! Head first, like,
The
yeah.
question is,
Let's
is
go.
Link okay? Is he okay? Right, I'm just gonna quickly go grab myself a drink as well.
Link just looks at a poison swamp. It's like, yeah,
I
let's
can
go.
take it. I'm gonna grab myself a quick drink.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so we need to be... Yeah. I think this is a poor idea. Bad decisions were made all around. Ghostfish. There's nothing you can do. Yeah, that's the thing. Ghostfish is terrifying, no matter whether you know it or not. There we go. Opens that up and alleviates the poison. Is this what lowers the water? We done it. Certainly gives us just terror mode. And I love that you can just hear the clock going in the background like da-da. Hello, remember me. It's time. I'm coming for you. And by time, I mean just the general concept of time, of course. Skulltula does not want us to have a good day. Night of the second day. Okay, so still halfway through.
Oh, yeah. I'm bad at it.
You never know that ghostfish can't be eaten.
They're horrendous. They're like the worst thing in the game. And I was like, one of the sliding difficulties I've been working on, like the Ninja Gaiden one. It's like, oh yeah, for Ninja Gaiden Black, they went out of their way because they found, oh, there's one move in the game that's really good, the Flying Swallow attack. It's basically can carry you through the entire base game. Let's put in enemies that specifically punish that and tune their AI so whenever that move's used, they'll use a new move we put in this game that punishes it every single time.
Of course, the classic.
Of like, fuck you for relying
That's
on
like the Doom Eternal DLC tech.
Yeah, get good. But the thing is, they put a skill in that allowed you to counteract that in one of the DLCs for the original, which is basically a parry, like Royal Guard. But they took it out because they realized that that made the game too easy if you got good enough at it, because you could stop everything. Like you could parry like missiles and stuff. So they took it out, and it's like, oh yeah, now you can't use this Flying Swallow attack, but you also can't dodge the rocket launch anymore. Also, every enemy now has more rocket launchers. Deal with it. Just the idea of like just blatant.
Like the ninja clan of old, it's like, what weapon do they use? Oh, infinite rocket launchers. Ah, okay.
Just that absolute, like, blatant, just disregard for your audience.
Yeah.
Of like, you actively don't want your audience to enjoy playing the game.
The FromSoft tech. And obviously, like, the From Software do, but it's like, it's the joke.
There are many decisions they make that are seemingly made, like, because they have that reputation now. Like Platinum Games always putting in like a on rails section or a shooter section because they know that that's like what they're known for now.
Yeah. So there is part of this dungeon that I just think we may have ignored because we don't have the dungeon map.
As well, Shadow Guy, correct. The fish die in one hit, but they swarm and they get you, and you have to mash to get them off you. But every time a new one adds, it resets the mash counter, and they can kill Ryu on the hardest mode in 1 second. Like, you basically cannot get hit once. And
it's a numbers game, as far as I'm aware, yeah.
Yeah, you just have to keep mashing.
Like, the moment you get attacked by, like, many of them at once, it's just instant.
Just, I think, don't get hit. Because you shouldn't be getting hit. If you're playing a character action game and you get to a certain level of, like, skill, you're not getting hit anyway, so... The idea of enemies that can kill you in one hit doesn't matter. The only time I disagree with that. The only time I disagree with that is like stuff like From Software games. Like, if you're good enough in those games, you'll never get hit. But it's when they put stuff in like Poison Swamps, where you cannot avoid damage, or area of effect attacks, where you can't skillfully avoid it.
Is this just the room of, like, we're going to put 6 stray fairies in it because we ran out of places to put the rest?
Yeah, it looks like that. We ran out of interesting places to hide them.
So this is like the first dungeon, so it's the small dungeon.
Tutorial one.
Yeah. That's my 11th one, and there's one there as well. So that still means that we've got 3 left to get.
The fish annoying on Ryu's balls. He doesn't like this. And the legendary icon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, at least it resets us up there. See, that was a FromSoft game. It's like start at the start of the room again. No. Yeah. Oh my god, I don't know how we're meant to counter that. That's terrifying.
So what for you then has been like the most blatantly unfair thing that's happened to you in a video game? Because I'm like playing Ninja Gaiden right now, and like I've just talked about, they literally put in a AI mechanic that punishes this one move because the director didn't like people using it.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, definitely not like, I don't think it's probably the most punishing thing I've ever experienced, but there's just one move on the boss I'm dealing with, like the Black Blade in Elden Ring right now, and it's
that
just area of effect that I cannot stop, hits me every time. I can never get far away enough because of the lunge on it, and it decreases my maximum health, so then I start getting like one shot more often in the fight.
You know what the really bullshit thing about that is? It's like when you die and you respawn, that effect lingers, so you've got to drink a health potion straight away when you respawn.
Oh shit, that's what's been happening. There's been a couple of times that I've respawned and been like, wait, what? Why have I not respawned at max health?
Because the effect lingers
after you. Because fuck you.
It also goes hand in hand with like a mechanic in that game, which is input reading, which is every single time you press a button, such as drinking a flask, you get punished. Like the AI is programmed to punish it. And one of the things I like about that is you are actually able to manipulate that to your own ends, because if you're swinging your sword or casting a spell, if you press like square or whatever it is you have to drink a flask, the enemy will do that attack and get punished for it every single time. Because the AI is just programmed to do this one specific move when you press that.
Yeah.
So you can like manipulate the enemy in the same way.
The thing that I got with most bosses in Elden Ring I've managed to, like, the moment I've figured out, oh, it's, you know, as long as I dodge on hit, I'll be alright. But with that one attack, it lasts long enough that dodging through it didn't work. Even when it felt like I was, you know, like, getting it almost to the frame of, like, when it is about to hit me, I've dodge rolled.
Yeah, it's a rough time, that one.
Yeah, that one is.
I just beat that on my New Game Plus run. And I just forgot of like, oh yeah, it just starts doing the jumping off the walls thing, and it breaks your camera lock on, which is the annoying thing. Like, you'll be locked on, and it'll break your camera lock on.
Yeah.
It's like fucking great, and then it attacks you from behind when you can't see it.
Yeah, there's a lot of camera lock on breaking on that one.
And it's just that thing of like they clearly put it in as a fuck you.
Yeah, so I don't know if we've been in that room. This is the thing, without the dungeon map, I can't tell you which rooms I have and haven't been in to explore. Oh, well. Dear, oh dear. Yeah, that's the plan, is to just go do a bit of sweep up before we hit the dungeon boss. Of, like, go try and get those last couple of stray fairies. I don't remember the reward, but presuming it's something pretty good. Oh yeah, of course. I need to aggro the turtles before I dive. Oh no, that's fucked.
The one thing I really like about Ninja Gaiden, you know, when you're playing it, the rhythm. Oh, really? I'm like fighting a boss at the moment now, and he's like doing his slash attacks, and it's just that thing of like ting, ting, ting. But you get the ting, then you dodge, then you block the next one, and you just have this thing where you just like one dot, one block, dodge, one block, dodge, one block, dodge, one block, dodge, and it's like flawless.
Yeah, yeah.
And you just count with like this one fucking big old hit.
Here we go. Let's play Cade. Oh. There we go. Just about got it in time. Girls. Don't want to give me time of day. Come on, come at me. Oh, there we go.
Oh no, the fish got my ankle.
Oh no. Carl's dead now. Game over.
I feel like if something like specific, like an enemy that goes for your ankles is a terrifying thought.
The upgrade is worth it. You can remind me, like, by all means, because it's not that I'm not trying to spoil myself. I have beaten the game before and, like, vaguely remember, but I can't remember exactly what the upgrade is. So this isn't like a run of me trying to avoid spoilers or anything. It's like, I've beat the game prior, it's just been a while.
Oh, okay. Also, my game didn't save after that. That's weird. Do you know when you swear to God you saved the game, and it's like, no, you didn't. So that's very confusing.
So now I can tell you where we have and haven't been. Yeah, see, there's only got one room we haven't been to that doesn't show me how to get. So we'll head over that direction. I mean, Cade might seek mercy on your soul if you've like played enough Cade gifts. You never know. I can't control the boy.
No one
not when he gets that powerful. When he overthrows us all.
Marches to beat his own drum.
My trick is, if you've got any form of tripe on you, he will take it as a bribe and probably spare you.
But even then, that's not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed.
There was no guarantee that the dog will spare you.
To be fair, he's mostly just like a little cozy sausage. For the most part.
He's got that hunting instinct though, so every now and again, it's like...
Every now and then it comes out.
Like when I was petting him, just every now and then you can see like, oh, he's getting a bit angry. He's got his hackles up.
He's definitely calmed down since like you've last seen him as well though.
Yeah, he was like a puppy, wasn't he? It's like kids in it, they get excitable. It's like new stimuli is exciting.
There we go. So 13th, and there's a 14th one in the boss, like the room before the boss room, because that was one that I just didn't go and get because of the fire in the way. Then there's just a room, secret room, over to the left here.
What are you gonna do about this secret room, mate?
Don't know. What does one do about secret room?
It's secret. Oh no, the ghost fish came from around the corner. Hiding around corners, like getting stuck up around corners.
God, just... It's like a bombable wall or something?
I get the feeling it's always a bombable wall in the Zelda series. I
We
don't
don't
get
even
anything
have...
messed up.
We don't have bombs yet though. Thinking about it. Huh. Okay, it's big sheets time. It's fine. It's fine. Don't judge me.
All big cheese. Like it's an old enough game now.
It is, yeah. And it's like literally to probably find the last stray fairy.
Like give it a couple of weeks though when you've had like the VOD on your channel for a while and you'll have people saying, huh, I could have done it.
I'm sure they could have done. I don't doubt
that. It must be a baffling concept to some people that there are people out there who play video games where their ego is not attached to being good at them. And they're able to just say stuff like, okay, I'll look it up on a guide or what have you. Or I'll like, just use someone to know the thing.
Okay.
I don't care.
Looks like there might be like in the boss room, there's like secret passageway. See number. Ah.
What are these like swim animations?
Like I'm just gonna tread water and not die, and that's about it.
It's about as much as this Link can handle it.
We have to pay attention to the goddamn beehives that were hanging up around.
So if I don't talk much, I'm fighting Deku at the moment, but
it's
I'm fighting
fine.
the Ghost version.
Do not worry.
And he's like super tough.
You're fighting Ghost Goku. That's all I can hear.
Goku. That's the thing though about Ninja Gaiden I really appreciate though. It's like the enemies in the game are super punishing, but you do just as much damage to the bosses as they do to you, which I like. I like that system. Like it feels like really fair because like the enemy can like kill me in like one combo, but I could take like half their health bar off in one combo too.
Come on, little fairy.
It somehow just feels a lot fairer than just like, oh no, fuck you, you got like hit it like 50 times.
Mm.
Oh no, ooh, it just stabbed me in the face.
I like Ninja Gaiden because it feels really nice and fair. It stabbed me.
To be fair,
Right in that face.
I've got the ability to do that too.
You can stab it in the face also, yes.
I can, yes. Like, he just did his like big ultimate attack, and I just dodged it very easily and just did 4-hit combo and punished him for it.
Excellent. So, we can just head over to boss room now.
Oh no, he grabbed me and stabbed me. The grab and stab.
The grab and stab.
So I dodged into it. That was 100% my bad. It was telegraphed.
You're a fool, Carl. Wrong way.
And I appreciate, especially as well, like, boss fights where it's difficult, but if you're good, like, do you like the Revengeance boss fights and stuff where if you're good at them, you can do them in 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you for the ban there.
I got it. Okay.
I just was like, I was still on the guide and was like, let's check in with chat. Oh, there's been a spam bot the moment I clicked off the page.
Are you sure you don't want to be famous?
I'm not sure. I have heard it's really easy to just get lots of followers, and they're definitely not also bots that won't help your engagement out. They're definitely not that. Is that ever was really that asked about just specifically looking like I have a lot of followers? I'm sure I could research how to like get a lot of bots to follow me, but guess what?
That followers like everyone on Instagram, and it's really embarrassing and hilarious.
Because
so
then you see people where it's like, oh yeah, I've got 50,000 followers. You got 2 likes on your last post.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. So
it's always really funny. Actually, you can just tell, and it's so hilarious.
Yeah.
I think we did like a podcast episode, didn't we? Like the idea that lady who was like, oh yeah, if I can sell 40 t-shirts, I get like a fucking clothing deal. I couldn't do it with 2 million followers. It's like, can you really call yourself an influencer at that point? You should just like
take that away from you.
You can't even influence like 0.01% of your audience to buy a shit shirt. I can do that. And I don't even do shit, I do good shirts.
So I can't remember how we got that Grey Fairy in the middle to appear.
No, Deku, no. Oh, yeah. Just dodge the grab. No, he's grabbed me. No. The other thing was like, because he's got like this ghost hand, and if he gets it needs, that's it, you're dead. But you do have that chance to mash out if you're a baller.
I mean, I'm not familiar with it, but
just like it's
I understand the concept, yeah.
And you have like a split second to like mash out of it to not die.
Where did we get? Oh, no worries, Cthulhu. Thank you for joining in.
And the best bit as well is playing like super hype music of like these like, oh, I got him. These drums. Take that, Ghost Doku.
Are you actually kidding me?
Was it?
Like, it looks like because I popped the bubble of the fairy, but didn't grab it, it doesn't exist anymore.
No.
So I have to come back and get it on like a different day. Because I thought I'll just come back and get it later.
Oh, that's right. Master Ninja ranking for that level. I'd give Link a Master Ninja ranking for this level as well. We're both Master Ninjas.
There we go. Well, that's bullshit. Thanks, game, for making that very obvious that that fairy would just be lost to time.
Oh, no.
Did I get that one? Oh no. Is there any others that I can tell that I can't get? Or that I haven't got? Oh yeah, you might be right. Okay. We might be okay here. I might have just not realised with all the carnage going on that I'd got that one.
Is there a way to count them?
Well, I've just seen there's another beehive one. That I know I've only got one out of a beehive because I've only shot one, like, those 2 beehives in that one room.
There you go. Just like you might have missed the animation was a bit
putting my mind to rest there, I was like, that's bullshit.
And just the animation was a bit unclear. Which is like, you know, what's happened when, oh god.
It's just like, I must have been too distracted by all the Skulltulas and shit.
Which is fair, like giant golden spiders do have a habit of like, oh my god, I've just been stung not to death by fish. I'd just be like the legendary samurai fiend Deku, and like these ghost fish are like cleaning my clock. One thing I'll say about Ninja Gaiden, it's a game that fucking humbles you.
Yeah, yeah.
You soon fucking learn.
On the second floor on the room to the right of the mechanical floor. Okay, cool. When it's like, oh, do you remember that you saw a beehive somewhere above one door? Like, no, not really.
Now. Well, I like when most of this has to think about
it now. Where are you? To be here.
You'll find it.
I want to jump down if I don't have to. Yeah, we are almost on the third day. It's okay. Is there really a beehive somewhere here? Let's get it up. Get the map up. It's saying it's in this room. We will jump down then. Is it here?
Oh no, it's got hit by a laser. Dead.
Definitely telling me that there should be one around here. I really don't remember.
Would you want like a remaster of this game?
Well, we got it on the 3DS, to be fair.
Although where you got like weapon switching or like mask switching, like Devil May Cry.
Oh god, yeah, that would be awesome.
And you're like using the abilities on the fly, like hup, 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 hup.
Yeah, it says like above this door specifically. So let's see if I've got like, okay, that one I've definitely got. Got that one. Break the pots. Be a sculpture in the corner. Yep. Beehive above there. Yeah, push box. Okay. There's still that room I haven't been in. But it doesn't even seem...
It's very suspicious that room may have not been in.
Yeah, unless I have been in it by now. Oh, unless that's just like the boss room, of course, yeah. It'll take me up a floor, won't it?
There is a way to find out. And this game, it really wants you to know that you're on low battery, doesn't it?
I know, yeah. It must be going in and out of low battery as I'm charging it.
Just got like the charger in.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if it's not that beehive one here, I am rather baffled. Like, I'm fairly certain I've got all the other ones that it's telling me to go get, but...
What's the upgrade that you try and get from in here, then?
Don't know. Maybe I can find that out and see whether it's worth it.
Just do the classic of, like, is the upgrade worth it? You're like, oh god, that sounds really good. I should probably get that. Or, no, that doesn't actually sound that great.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's a stronger spin attack.
Okay, you 100% definitely need that then.
Yeah. Damn. But like, is there just one hidden in here? So I believe if I put the mask on...
I believe that perfect swan link just like, and that absolute flawless fucking landing that lad just did.
I think that's right. If I put it on, it starts glowing when there's like one in the room.
That'll narrow it down a bit then, I imagine.
So I can at very least just do this and run into every room and be like, hello?
Okay, which room is it in? That narrows it down a little bit.
Link with these flips.
I can't get over, like, he's got this, like, 30-foot vertical jump. It's terrifying.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
Like, he's a child.
Well, why not? Give the child 30-foot vertical leap.
You know what? Okay, I accept that. I'm not mad at that explanation of why not. So why can he do this? Why not? You know what? I'm sold.
Link does whatever the fuck he wants.
That's true, he does. Except for find this fairy, apparently.
Apparently so. I can't wait for, like, me to go back in that room. And it's like, oh yeah, it was in there.
The entire time.
Mm-hmm.
It's your own fault.
Like,
how did you not see this, you fool, you moron?
It is sparkling in here. Where?
And this guy saying check the ceiling. So maybe did you somehow miss it on the ceiling? Also, I find it really funny that the most engagement on a tweet in a while is that one where I talk about how, oh yeah, we forgot that Morbius was coming out.
Oh, right. Did you tweet about that?
Yeah, I was like, we forgot that Morbius was going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very, very fitting.
It could be one of these weird things where, like, because I'm looking at the guide for the 3DS version, there's, like, one fairy that they fucked around with.
That does sound like very Nintendo. Just to be a dick.
Maybe there was one really troublesome fairy to find.
And they were like, let's make it even more troublesome, seemingly.
Yeah. Okay. It was over there and not by the door.
They move it around then.
Yeah. Looks like it. So I was checking the guide, but I was checking the guide
for
the 3DS version, where it's like, oh, they just moved it from one wall to another to make it more obvious or something.
Even though that ironically making it less obvious for someone who's like
for using the updated guide, because I was like, well, they're going to have better images and stuff on a new guide.
It's the same game, just like slightly changed.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us. We've all been there.
It does. So, it's good that we're not on a time limit or anything in this game, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you can just rewind time. That's the beauty of it, isn't it?
Yeah, but you want to get...
Actually, does the time travel in the dungeons, or does it slow down?
You want it... Like, the time's always running.
Even in dungeons? Okay,
yeah,
that's what the dungeons in Zelda take, like, hours sometimes, don't they?
I mean, yeah.
Could the day end then while you're in a dungeon?
Yep.
That's rough. Okay, I didn't realise that. I thought, well, obviously, it's got...
You
dungeons
can, like...
will be separate, they'll be on their own, like, time frame or something.
No. So you can, like, get to a point where you don't finish the dungeon in one run. You have to go back and start, like, redoing parts of the dungeon that you've done.
You know how to do it now, so you should be able to fly through it. So maybe, like, go back with your upgrades. Very roguelike. I like it. You can see why, like, Zelda's just, like, the game. Like, the one that's revolutionized everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked on stream before about that, just that hilarious hot take I saw of, like, is Breath of the Wild 2 far enough along in development where they can take advice from, examples from Elden Ring? It's like, what? What are they going to take from Elden Ring? Like, just...
I was listening to a podcast where they said that, and it was like, oh, yeah, I'd love to see them, like, take things from Elden Ring and, like, learn from Elden Ring, and then they were like...
What?
Like, you know, those, like, moments in Elden Ring. And I'm like...
what moments?
Like, what do you mean? It's like, oh, yeah, like, the moments where, like, Elden Ring was, like, really shocking and memorable, and I'm like... But you can't just... Say, like, that's such, like, the most nebulous thing of, like...
If your job is supposed to be fucking, like, media critic or, like, something like... explain it in a better way.
But explain it in a way that, like... What moments did Elden Ring have that, like, Zelda Breath of the Wild didn't have a kind of equivalent of?
It's like, oh, yeah, they have this, like, you'll find something you've never thought of. It's like Eventide Island.
Yeah. And, like, they even, like, all literally started then talking about, like, oh, yeah, here's all the memorable moments of Breath of the Wild. It's like, okay. It's true.
Some people are just wrong, like, but they're so convinced of their wrongness.
I think they kind of like probably started to realize, like, and backtrack it in their head, like, I've probably like made this statement and then gone, why have I made this statement?
It just makes me sound like an idiot.
So here it is, boss number 1, just a Dolwa.
That's a cool boss. That's a cool looking boss.
The Masked Jungle Warrior.
I don't mind.
Really, like, menacing cry.
What's been like the theme of this game? It's just like everything's like a lot more threatening than you imagine. Oh man, darker than you remember. And there's like a big like red circle on like your thumbnail, mate. That's the advice I'm going to give you to like just get like a billion views on this playthrough.
Yeah.
Darker than you remember. I used to like all those ones. I don't know why I keep getting probably someone watching like AGDQ and stuff like, can you complete Pokemon with this one Pokemon? It's like, yeah, it's going to take fucking all day.
Yeah.
Of course you can. It's just going to take a while.
I haven't shown it off yet,
but
like there's the Deku Link has like a little like Deku nut like bombing ability. It like drops little Deku nuts like it's a fucking bomber plane or something.
That's kind of amazing. Just the bomb.
But obviously it becomes quite hard to track this Adolwa when you're like flying above. Oh my god.
His noise kind of like horrifying.
Yeah, the noise really is.
And they're really like unsettling.
Oh.
I don't like that at all. I'm really not a fan.
No.
How do you feel though as well about the idea of upgrading a weapon, but then it looks worse?
Oh, I hate it.
I've done that in Ninja Gaiden where you get like this one sword and it's just this giant it's the Buster Blade essentially. And then when you got upgraded to get more moves, when you upgrade it, it puts all these like weird ornate patterning on it. It's like, I fucking hate it. Like put transmog in everything.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Do you know when you play like what God of War 2018 and you upgrade the axe and it looks so much worse because it looks so ornate and it doesn't look like something Kratos would wield anymore? Did they ever put armor and like weapon transmog in that? Or is it always just you have to use the like this shit looking like Brock and Sindri armor because it's the best thing in the game?
As far as I'm aware, you always just have to wear like the worst looking armor because it's the best stuff.
That's a shame.
As
I
far
would
as
just
I'm
like to
aware.
rock as like regular Kratos. Maybe the next one. And join like Spider-Man, where it's like, okay, each suit has an ability, but once you've bought that suit, you can wear whatever suit you want with whatever ability you want, because they know you want to rock around in your Spider-Man outfit.
Oh my god. Just Link, the fire rate of Link in this game, where he's just like boom, 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 boom.
Well, yeah, it's your Link. You're like tut, tut, hurt, 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 and you're like, oh my god, this unstoppable child.
So I might have been misremembering. I don't think it doesn't appear that I'm doing any damage with the bow. It's just a way to stun it.
Like Smash
the
Bros.
wall of fire. It doesn't help when the game starts like bringing in the bells. Like you're running out of time, Link. You're running out of time. It's like don't
stress me out. I don't like it.
Oh god. Yeah, I feel as though like putting a speedometer in a lot of games makes it feel weird.
Most of the time, it's just lies. So I remember like people always say, "Oh yeah, play what's that game that Insomniac made before Spider-Man?"
Oh, yes.
Where you slide around on the wires.
Yeah, Sunset Overdrive.
And that game like has the most blatant just they are lying about how fast you're moving I've ever seen. Where it's like they put speed lines and it's like, whoa! It's like, I'm not going any faster. You're not fooling me. I'm not falling for it.
Oh, there we go. There's like the lock in the spin attack, and that's why we wanted the better spin attack. Like, dear God. When you just lock it in, you get those perfect timings on it. Like, a doll would just sort of just this child.
He's just having the worst time.
There we go. So we've got, you know, boss mask number 1. If I remember rightly, though, every time you reset the day, if you want the area to like become nice again, you still have to go replay the boss battle.
But you keep the mask.
You keep the mask, yeah. So you have completed the dungeon, like, regardless, but like if you have a side quest to do where it requires the poison to be gone from the swamp again, you have to go back, defeat a Dollar again.
But that'll be a lot easier because you'll have all your grades.
And you have a teleport straight to the boss. So it's not like you need to redo the dungeon, it's just defeat the boss again and get rid of the curse that they ensure.
More games need the ability to refight bosses. Like, refighting bosses is always super
So
fun.
these giant things, like...
Oh, these are the things that, like, hold the moon up.
These are, yeah, the weird-looking giants.
Remember these things looking super fucking rad?
Yeah, because they're obviously in the background of the melee stage, aren't they?
Yeah, and that's what I know them from. Big fan. Not ashamed.
Well, to be fair, you never claimed to be a fan of Zelda in the first place, so you're not even a fake fan.
I appreciate it, you know, from afar. I'm aware of it.
The difference, yeah.
Its legacy, its pedigree.
Don't just stand there. Get your instrument, as Link's just there with his little bunny hood on. Like.
This be the song.
And definitely as well. Like, good songs in this, but
not as memorable.
Not as great as one of the greatest soundtracks of all time. In Ocarina of Time. So it's not exactly much of a slander to this game or anything.
It's not got as good a music as one of the most influential, best soundtracks of all time.
God, Majora's Mask,
really, like,
come on.
People saying, oh, like Mario Mario Sunshine wasn't as good as 64. It's like, not as good as one of the best games ever made. That's
one of the
bad.
most influential 3D games of all time.
So, you know what? You could have done worse.
Metroid Dread did get a boss rush mode, sorry, and like I have mentioned to Carl that at some point when we can, like, you know, get the time to have a bit of practice, I want to do like a 1v1 Metroid boss rush mode on stream.
That's what I'm thinking of doing on the plane when I go to America. I'm thinking just like boot up Metroid and just, like, you know, play through it all again.
Because like if we could figure it out, or we've got like a decent enough setup where we could, like, you know, similar to AGDQ, where you get like the side-by-side and have...
Yeah.
But we'd have to make sure that there's like 2 PCs for capture and stuff like that.
Which we technically can do. I can bring my one from home to the office. It's a bit of a ball ache, but if we're setting something up like that, I don't mind.
Yeah, it's more just it requires planning and stuff, that's all.
Yeah. It's not something we can do on a whim. But you know as well going to have people saying, like, do this.
But, like, you know...
This? I'm not that good.
Like, Patreon goal, when we hit X amount of subs, we'll do boss rush 1v1s.
Hal versus Lucas. And if he beats me off a fist fight.
It's one of the few games where, like, Carl and I both really got into it, and it has a boss rush mode.
Because you got into the speedrunning aspect of it, and I just got into the aspect, like, the exploration and... I never got to the speedrunning thing, I just played it legit, but I got really good at playing it legit, and you got all the speedrun tech.
Well, it wasn't even... Yeah, I didn't, to clarify for it, I didn't, like, speedrun it, I just...
You learned the stuff,
I learned the sequence breaks and stuff, because I find it really interesting to, like... Oh, you can go get bombs before Kraid and stuff like that, but it requires you, like, going so in and out of the game, and you can insta-kill that, like, experiment boss fight, but you've got to have the, like, the speed rush first, so you've got to do, like, the rush dash into it. The Shine Spark dash into it, that's the one. Now we've helped the princess like the monkey asked. I haven't meant the princess yet, but yeah, sure.
Like, I can imagine that she seems like a nice person. She'd want you to help that monkey. It's like, whatever he didn't deserve that.
Well, speaking of which, Carl.
You're going to go back and rescue him?
No, just right here. There's the Deku Princess. Yeah, the Dread story mode would be a bit more of a pain, because then we've got to commit to like 3-4 hours. Yeah. Whereas like just doing the boss rush would be a nice simpler, like, oh, we got like an hour.
I've already played through the entire story on my channel, and that's the thing, like, Lucas is the one who's good at the speedrunning stuff. I'm not. So it'd just be like after the first half an hour, Lucas is like a mile ahead. There's not gonna, like, we're not close enough to each other's skill level in that for that to be exciting. I'd much rather be something like we did with the Resident Evil one, where it's like you run through it and I'll just do commentary. Just
Well,
like
you know,
while you concentrate.
Defo need to like do that again when the PS5 update arrives, and I'm gonna do my best to try and break the top 100 of like overall, but it might be hard with not playing on PC. But then again, it doesn't really matter because I'll be playing it with like the Infinite Rocket Launcher.
Oh, so fun.
So when it's like, oh, the frames are like the frames for the knife, you get better damage per second the higher your frames per second are. But
I don't understand how they're supposed to like balance stuff like that. Of just like if you have a better PC, you can run it faster. Like I'm amazed that they can somehow not have just like screaming arguments about that constantly. Of like it literally runs. You go fast if you have a faster PC. It's pay to win. How is it like not seen as anything?
Well, the game is capped at 120, but yeah, provided, and that's why they break it down into every single individual category of like, are you playing at 30 frames, 60 frames, 120 frames on console, on PC? Like, are you playing Claire A, Leon A, Claire B, Leon B? And that's why, like, it's easier for me to break into like the top 100 of a category because it's so like there's like 12 different categories or something.
Yeah, that's fair.
But also, yeah, Carl. So she's like, find something for me to fit in and carry me back. I'm a princess, so she wants to be carried.
I remember this from the previous game. That would not move.
But, Carl, there's a difference in this one. She's like, I can fit in tight spaces. So you know what you do?
What? Oh, in a jar?
you stick her in a little bottle.
I wish you could have done with that one from the last
With
game.
Ruto,
I remember being
yeah.
infuriated, like refusing to move.
And then, like, the moment you get around the corner, she goes back to the main room. It's like, well, what were you doing? And so, yeah, she's just like, put me in a bottle. I don't give a shit. Like, thank you. Thank you, princess.
It's fine.
Thank you for just being the real G.
Like, she don't give a fuck.
So that means we can just, go and see the Great Fairy without having to really hurry about that. It is the Pokemon tech. Just shove her in a Pokeball, it'll be alright.
As we all know, Pokemon have the natural ability to shrink. Yes, continue. I still can't get over how many people message like, well, Pokemon minimizes the moves, how we know.
Yeah, like it's more of your because we mentioned it, I cut it out of the video thinking
you cut it out assuming, well, everyone knows that, but they're going to assume it's still kind of silly.
Because, like, only a couple of Pokemon can use minimize, like, that doesn't insinuate that all Pokemon can minimize themselves, and then, like, yeah.
Which is what we say, and then just the amount of, like, it's like...
God, I have some weird nostalgia for living in the city centre, and, like, Carl will remember the flat of, like, it'd just get to 2 o'clock in the morning, and there'd be loads of people, like, walking past, like, singing and stuff.
You could hear people after the nights out, like, they've got the pizza, because you were far enough away from town where you weren't near the clubs, but you were near the people who lived near the people who
was like
went
a couple of streets away from the main streets, so it means like I got all the stragglers like walking back home with takeaway and shit. But it doesn't matter overly to me because I'm a person that stays up till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning normally anyway.
Also, you can just shut your fucking windows.
Yeah.
I've never got the idea people complain about stuff.
He's close,
like,
Carl. He's getting there.
I don't like it.
He's getting close.
We're never going to explain that reference. We often like avoid in jokes, but that's one I can't avoid because like that's one in joke that I'm actually part of.
Yeah. There we go. Making our way downtown.
Oh, Vanessa Callan, let's go.
So yeah, and it's a really weird concept to me that like the Great Fairies are actually just a bunch of little fairies that have all like gathered their power. But I think it explains it at the start where it's like, oh,
their power's been separated or something.
Yeah, they've been separated, so it's not as if they come from that. It's just like that's the manifestation of them being like ripped apart.
But this isn't actually what they look like. It's just what they choose to present themselves as.
This new sword technique. Like, yeah, we definitely need to get the Stray Fairies with shit like this then.
How do the fairies know how to do this? That's what I'm wondering.
And when all of Terminate or Hyrule is at risk in these games, would you not just give Link the power? Like, obviously, in this one,
it's well, they could, but they're not there.
They're not
which
there.
Makes sense.
Like, you have to collect
if they
them.
were, and the moment that they realize, oh yeah, you've rescued us, we'll give you without any other qualification.
Whereas, like, in Ocarina of Time, if you go in there and don't play Zelda's Lullaby, then they're like, oh, well, I've clearly got no idea who you are, Mr. Person with, like, the Master Sword on your back.
But that could be anyone's Master Sword. Like, that could be, like, we don't know what that really is.
We don't. There we go. So it will be interesting as well, like, I'm wondering at this point, because, like, what, we've gone through Ocarina of Time, Link's Awakening, and Breath of the Wild together. And I'm like, obviously, like, I'm not roping you into this, but I'm, like, wondering, just during all my streaming adventures, I don't know if I'm going to get fed up of Zelda, and am I going to get to the point where I've, like, on camera completed, like, every single Zelda game?
Lucas, how many times have I beaten Revengeance so far?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, as well, like, we talk about speedrunners, people who play the same fucking game every single day for, like, 6 hours.
Yeah.
Even if you get sick of it, you're still going to play it.
And
because at that point, it's just ingrained as part of your personality.
Yeah. And I will clarify that, like, if I do ever reach that point, I'm sure there'll be, like, a postpartum of, like, I'm going to go and, you know, do the whole, like, I'm going to rank all of the Zelda games and all that. But I don't know if I'm going to get to that point where, like, do I really want to play, like, Zelda 2 or, like, Phantom Hourglass on Street? Like, when you start getting to, like, the ones that I'm like, these ones aren't exactly the top tier Zeldas.
The beauty of, like, us doing the way we do. We just do what we want.
And, like, Triforce Heroes as well. Like, dear God, that was a game that existed. So, I'm definitely going to be getting through, like, you know, the classics, like, the original and Link to the Past and do the 3D games and stuff like that. But when it gets to just, oh, here's all the shit you want to forget that existed. And to clarify, never the CDI games, because they're not Zelda, like, they're not Legend of Zelda games.
That's, like, the way the fans justify it. It's like, they're not technically Zelda games. I still remember when we did, like,
the one blemish.
The thing we did about Zelda, where we talk about, oh, Link's never talked, and there were people legitimately messaging us saying, well, Link does talk in the CDI game. Did you know about that? It's like, everyone knows about those shitty CDI games. We even talk about them in the thing.
And, yeah, like, the thing is, stuff like Sonic 06 and Shadow the Hedgehog, they reach the point of, like, so bad that they make interesting streams. Like, it's the really boring, like, 6 out of 10 games that aren't interesting to stream.
It's like, what's that thing Charlie said, where it's just like, every single content creator online has to, at some point, play Sonic 06 and give their fucking 2 cents on it like it matters.
It's
like, their opinion
it's
matters.
The rite of passage, Carl.
Like, this universally, like, maligned game, they either have to go into it and be like, with the thumbnail, like, is it as bad as I remember? Or be contrarian and be like, actually, it's not that bad.
Sonic 06 was a pretty good game. It's like, don't you even fucking try this shit.
Now, all you need to do is just smash cut to that gif of Sonic walking straight up the wall.
Oh my
I still remember, I think it's, like, the best friend. Like, I think one of these that sums up, like, how big, like, playthrough culture used to be. He's like, the best friends went to, like, PAX East or something like that, and had a booth where they played just Sonic 06.
Oh, what?
And did a live playthrough where it's them on camera with people in the background watching them play Sonic 06 and doing their commentary live. And it's like, that's how big playthroughs used to be.
Yeah.
That, to me, is really weird. Of, like, people would go to conventions to watch them play games.
But I guess, like, that still happens with, you know, AGDQ and stuff, like...
Or specifically,
not specifically right now, but I imagine they will get to a point where they want to be doing things in person again. Like, Sonic 06 was good in the sense of, like, Sonic 06 was very interesting. And hence why, like, people have played the shit out of that game on stream and, like playthroughs and stuff, yeah.
It's a good litmus test for... Oh, not litmus test. It's a good example of just, like, this is one of the strongest, most well-known brands on the planet. Like, at the time, Sega was, like, riding high. Like, they were rivaling fucking Nintendo.
They were riding high on the backs of like bangers like Sonic Heroes.
Yeah. It's that thing of like, this was at one point the most valuable IP on the planet, rivaling the likes of Mario. It's interesting to see how far it fell.
Why are you waiting this to Link?
That is really interesting to me. And like, this was at one point one of the most valuable fucking pieces of intellectual, and like, they farted out this piece of shit. That's interesting to me.
Also, Red Hot, didn't mention earlier, but yeah, like, I will be playing through Wind Waker. Like, Wind Waker's up there as one of my favorites, so do not panic. At some point, we will get to Wind Waker. More specifically, the HD versions on Wii U of, like, that and Twilight Princess.
Is that where they fix, like, is it the King of Red Lions shit?
They, like, they gave you the fast sail and stuff like that, yeah. They just... Quality of life was much improved in that game, and, like, they took a couple of, there's a bit where you have to like hunt Triforce shards down. There's like 8 of them.
That's the one thing I'm aware of in that game, like the infamous.
Instead of like going to one section to get a map to tell you to go to another place to get the Triforce shard, you just go to a place to get the Triforce shard. And it's like they had a lot of problems with Wind Waker like in development where there's a couple of like cut dungeons and stuff, and they clearly had like problems that just pad this game out a bit because we've like cut some dungeons. And
even though Zelda games are always really long anyway, it's like, did you really need to pad it?
Yeah, that's the thing, is even with the padding taken out a bit, it would still be like a 20-hour game to most people. Like, there's a bunch of side quests and collectibles and stuff as well. So when we leave the palace, we have to go right instead. So can we speak to Mr. King? Hasty decision-making is my weakness. This time more than ever, it's become clear to me. At least he's admitting his mistake.
Yeah, admitting his faults. Few men have that ability.
Oh, strange traveler, there is little I can do. Please rest a bit before going. It's like, mate, the moon is about to crash into the world.
While I would love to rest, I really don't have that option.
Oh, the monkeys and the Deku scrubs can get along together again.
Of course they can. They're friends now.
Yeah, the monkeys, like, something's still giving me bad vibes, even though the problem with the swamp has been sorted. Just look up into the sky, mate. Yeah, like, I definitely would say that Sonic Adventure 2 is not what I think is the best Sonic, because clearly that's one of, like, Sonic 2 or 3 or CD, but Sonic Adventure 2 I've got so much nostalgia for because of the Chao Garden.
Here's the thing. It can be your favourite game. Well, there are legitimately people out there try and do that, the contrarian thing of, it was never bad. It's like, it can be bad and still be your favourite game. People can enjoy things that are objectively not good.
I don't...
That is
I think they were
objectively, like, fine.
They were pretty good at the time. They weren't, like, mind-blowing, you know, the next Mario game or whatever, but they were, like, pretty damn good at the time. Like, they got good critical reception and stuff, but they are games that really didn't hold up very well.
And that's the frustrating thing about dealing with that. There's so many fans who they refuse to admit, like, it can just be okay. It can just be fine. It's like, no, it can't be just right. It has to be the best thing ever, or like conversely, the worst.
So similar to when we got the hook shot. Oh wait, what are we doing? Why aren't we speeding McGeehan?
A guy made of wood probably shouldn't be holding a torch.
He's fine. He's alright.
Put that out there.
Just when Bunny Hood Link is like, alright, I can keep up with this. Because normally he starts getting way ahead of you, like with Dampé the Gravekeeper in Ocarina of Time. When you have to go get the hook shot, but he's like, wait, what do you mean you can keep up with me?
And what's this?
Not when I dive into the water, we can't.
And what is this, like, miraculous, like, Turbo Child?
He literally is Turbo Child. Look at these jumps.
Unstoppable.
Absolutely. Like, how do you stop this child?
But I'm the king now.
He's absolutely styling. Just, I need to make sure that I get the aerial cartwheels in while I'm jumping through this puzzle. Presuming he goes this way. Yes, he does. Link. Oh. He's trying to trick me. Trying to outdo me. I'm on it, though. I'm on this. Like, how risky is this butler playing it where he's going through, like, fake out flame walls, and if he didn't remember that pattern prop, he's dead.
I guess, like, he just practices a lot.
He does. But what happens when he fucked up in practice? He just flew into a giant wall of flames.
I guess he didn't.
This is long. God. Like, we've got a moon to stop crashing into the planet.
Yeah, well, fuck you, beat me this, like, crappy video game.
Oh. Yet again, I preach to you, the entire land of Terminator is in danger. Probably the entire planet, because the moon is crashing into it.
Yeah, but, like, he only kept, like, how does that affect me?
But, show me your skills, like, let's have a race.
So that's the thing, is, like, it's not how it affects anyone else, it's how does this affect me?
Mm-hmm.
That's what a person in that situation is like.
Oh, we've got the Mask of Sense, and I can't remember what this does, but it does give Link a pig face.
Like, it looks like it's super good. Right, find the truffles.
So yeah, that's kind of the hint, is like, somehow when I'm with you, I feel as though I'm once again racing with my son. And each mask is a representative of, like, a dead person within this world. And it's like, oh, the Deku mask that you find and the Deku you become is his son.
That's rough.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're wearing his son's face and then kicking his ass.
Yeah. Please forgive my rudeness. Now, be gone. I think the thing with, like, the Wind Waker HD, like, not adding the content back in is more like, when it's just a job of doing a HD remake, the question is, like, how far do you go? How much becomes, like, a little quality of life tweak, and how much is going too far, and, like, you need to make this a full remake of the game Resident Evil 2 style, like...
Also, it was probably cut for a reason, like...
Well, it was for development time. Like, they've been pretty open, I think, like, since then. We're saying, like, oh yeah, all that, those, like, concepts that we had and stuff, is, like, kind of just time constraints.
And that's fine, that's a perfectly valid thing, like, not everything needs to be realised. Like, some things can just end up on the cutting room floor, and that's okay.
But, like, it's interesting where, for example, the Dead Space remake, they've got...
Are they putting all the shit back in that they've cut in?
They've got a lot of, like, design documents and code of things that they weren't able to put in the game at the time, whether it be time constraints or, like, technical problems and stuff.
And I know for a fact I love that game, and I've watched docs on it. There is so much stuff from that game that was cut for time.
Yeah, so, like...
That's the game I'm interested to see.
It'll be interesting, because they're like, yeah, we have all of the like, everything. We have everything they ever did for that game. Like, so all of those documents and notes are still there, whereas with Wind Waker, a lot of it might just be gone to time. And I don't know whether that's true or not.
Are they going to bring, like, back Glenn Schofield, do we know?
I don't think
for
so.
Dead Space?
I don't think...
He's like over at Sledgehammer, isn't he, doing like Call of Duty?
No, he's making a spiritual sequel to Dead Space.
Oh, okay.
Because but it's like, it's one of those weird things of, it's like, I can't remember the name of the company, but it's that he's making a Dead Space style game, and I can't remember if anyone in the chat remembers the name of it, but it's being funded by PUBG, and it's like a PUBG studio, but it's like technically within the world of PUBG, but it's got nothing to do with it, and it's a horror game in space and stuff.
They're just going to use that branding because it's worth money.
Yeah,
people will play it, even though PUBG is not really a big thing anymore. If it was in the Fortnite universe, then we'd be talking.
I'm pretty sure it was the PUBG universe of, like, yeah, just that weird thing. So time for a minigame. Everyone loves
minigame. That's the thing, you're saying, like, people do love minigame. Games are awesome. I
didn't say that, like, I might have sounded like it, but oh my god, just shoot them. Like, this one is a bit motion sicky of, like, you're spinning one way while going up and down, and then I'm just... Apologies, I'm trying to concentrate on these last few targets. Plenty of time, we should be alright. But more keep coming in. Just when I'm like, oh, I think that might be the last one, but yeah, just the moment I think I'm done. There's another one coming up. Perfect. Perfect.
All you need.
I like how as well, though, while we were playing that game, the screen started shaking and you can hear the moon getting closer in the background. I'm like, Link, anything else you could be doing with your time right now?
No.
Zero things. Let's show off our dance even more, darling. You know what? Let's give it one more go. 'Cause I would have thought you would have got something better for getting a perfect score than just 50 rupees.
I know.
But I do appreciate that these people are like, well, we've got until midnight, so let's keep the game running.
Like pie at the end of the world, baby.
Yeah. I mean, they're living the life. Like, what are they doing with their last minutes? They're just dancing together and making money.
I respect it. And money's not worth anything in this universe anymore, or whatever. Ignore that.
Fucking out blitz through that time. So just before we reset time. Yeah, we're gonna have to share. Oh, okay, cool. I guess we just made 80 rupees profit. Go dump them in the bank. Absolutely peg it. To be fair, we have got like... We've got a little bit of time left, but for now I'm just like, yeah, we can go reset time. I'm not too 100% sure of like things we have to do. Let me take a look at you. Oh yeah, Link. Yeah, I remember you.
You'd hope so. You're a pretty big deal.
We've got 428 rupees deposited now. Looking pretty good.
You're looking like pretty stacked.
I mean, yeah, like I do agree that I'd like to see Nintendo have like leaned into adding more stuff into the remakes, but at the end of the day, they're probably projects in Nintendo's eyes of like just remaster them enough, get them out. Like,
how good is it enough?
At least we got Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD, and like even to an extent Skyward Sword HD. But like, look at the treatment that the Mario remasters got.
That's Mario, the champion IP of that series, like the thing the company was founded on, and it's like that's the level of respect Mario got. Like, what chance has Zelda got? Like,
Zelda got better, so that's all we can hope for, I guess.
Like, wasn't it like the 35th anniversary of Zelda, and it got fucking nothing?
Well, they got Skyward Sword HD, and it was just like a... Yeah, like, we've upres
like, at least you got that. I'm a Metroid fan.
We got Metroid Dread.
I got Dread, but we didn't get any fucking remasters, or we didn't get...
No,
no. I can't play, like, Super on my Switch.
Like, Carl, do you want to play Metroid Fusion? Fuck you.
I guess I'll have to boot up my fucking Game Boy Advance again.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of time, because, like, we're about to reach midday, and we've got until midnight before the moon absolutely wails on us.
Now, you should be able to feel its effects by now, but ignore that.
Like, can you feel the effects of this moon? Nah, it's okay. It's okay.
We're going to ignore
that. So maybe we can just go and, you know, introduce ourselves to the mountain land and see what awaits us. But oh my god, what are these things? Oh, okay, they didn't load in properly. These, whatever these are, that's a Carnivale.
And that is rough.
When you're just getting chased by raccoons with bombs for tails, like, nah.
Well, how do those things, like, live in the wild? Do you look at something, because, like, how does, like, a Babomb live in the wild? Like, what does a Babomb village look like? And we didn't get that answer to, like, Mario 64.
No.
What is it like being a Babomb? Like, it doesn't feel like you live, like, a very good life.
It would certainly be nice.
Not even a very long one.
Would be nice to have Prime Trilogy, and like that's that constant rumor of a couple of industry insiders have said that, yeah, Nintendo have been sitting on that shit. It's just done. Like Metroid Prime Trilogy for the Switch is just done, and they've just been sitting on it. Presumably waiting for like when Metroid Prime 4 is 6 to 12 months out and not being completely rebooted. So obviously at the moment, we're just in that situation where just, oh yeah, all we know about Metroid Prime is that we completely restarted development because it was going that badly.
I don't start on Nintendo.
I mean, fair play to them for doing that.
Yeah, it takes balls to do it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, raccoons in clothes. Fuck yeah. That raccoons in clothes are cute. Raccoons with bombs for tails, not so much.
No, I don't like that.
Or whatever those disastrous looking things are meant to be in this game. Don't know what they're meant to be, but I know they've got bombs for tails, and that's bad enough. This no good. If we could blast these out of the way. Okay, so I think the thing is that we need to go buy bombs. So maybe depositing all our money was not a good idea just yet.
You can go get it back, can't you? That's the beauty of this.
We should be able to just go get it back and go buy the
and just put it back in later.
The bomb bag at very least. Yeah.
Now, why do you need a specific bag for carrying bombs?
Oh.
I think of all things, bombs probably would need a special carry case, but just seems like they're trying to rip you off here.
It does a little bit.
Like, oh, if you want to carry your bombs, you got to do it in this like special box. Do you know when you get like buy a camera and it's like, well, you have to carry it in this camera case? It's like, no, I'm just gonna put it in a bag and hope for the best. Like, oh, you need to carry your laptop in a laptop bag. It's like, no, I don't.
It's like, I get that it is specifically designed to fit that thing perfectly.
Why I should be able to use anything else I want, because it's this thing. I own this thing. I can do what I want with it.
Like, the backpack was never a bad thing, was it? Just a backpack will still fit a Switch in there, or you know, fit like a laptop in it or something, or your camera. What a terrified being. No, do not fucking tell me that Link with a buddy hood can't get up there. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. There we go. So just, oh, wrong side of town. The wrong part of town Link is going.
I love this boss that I'm fighting, because he just said it's time for me to take you on personally, and the first thing he does is summon 3 ads. Like, what a pussy. I'm supposed to be fighting like the devil. And he's like, oh, that's a very devil move right there. Bringing the help.
That's true. The post office. Like, the postman is still on his way to work. That's final day. The final day of his existence, he's like, can't stop, gotta be working.
The thing is, knowing my luck, I get a fucking bill. I feel like that would be just my luck in that situation. Yeah. Like, end of world, get a bill.
Oh, I didn't... Okay, we'll... I guess we'll withdraw 10 more rupees. Yeah. Meant to press up twice, and now we've got to go through all this text again. Like, sir, you just checked my stamp on my forehead. You can confirm that I've got this many rupees, and the world's about to end.
You just saw me.
You just saw it.
I was just here.
I have not moved from this spot where you told me that I have this many rupees. Let me get back in. The bomb salesman just constantly got bomb in his hand. He is ready to deal with anyone coming in.
That's what you got, short of merchandise.
Well, no, I was thinking it's like all of those videos that you see where, you know, like, you rob the wrong fucking store.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just like, comes in with the bomb in his hand. You fucked with the wrong guy. You've messed up now. So I guess we'll we can go back in time and just reset everything now.
Like,
we've got the bomb back.
Well, selling bombs to a child.
Ah, he's seen my idea. It's fine.
It's the end of the world. Like, what's the real harm he could cause?
When
he might kill him. He might kill himself. Oh no, 3 hours too early.
Just when Youngling took adult Link's ID back in the past with him, like, yes, they'll never know.
It's definitely me, just not yet. I just didn't.
I'm not sure like how that works. If throwing a bomb at a moon that's about to hit the Earth would just make things worse, maybe.
How could you possibly make things worse than like the entire world being destroyed?
Thank you. Well, I guess though, if currently in the canon of this game, it's that Termin is going to be destroyed, and maybe if you blew up the moon and made it shatter across all of the world, it would destroy the entire world.
Maybe it's just that everyone in Termin is a fucking narcissist and they don't.
They're like, oh no, Termin is going to end.
Maybe it's that thing. Do you know, like people like with climate change of like, how does this affect me? It doesn't. Why do I give a fuck about the rainforest being destroyed? Well, it might hurt us when in 50 years. That's not my problem.
That's true. They could move.
Maybe it's like that. Like the entire world will be destroyed, but it's like they only care their part of it's going to be destroyed.
Yeah, but when is it going to be destroyed? Is it in my lifetime? No. Well, fuck it then. I'll do what I want. Great, thanks. Think about the children, as Maud says. No, it's not Maud, is it?
It's Reverend Lovejoy's wife, Helen.
Yeah, yes.
I think that Simpsons invented, like, won't somebody think of the children.
Hmm.
It was supposed to be like a piss take, and then people actually... It's supposed to be like a piss take of, like, puritanical, like, just Republicans and stuff, and now actual Republicans and stuff use that statement unironically of, like, won't somebody think of the children? It's
Please
like,
won't somebody think of the children? It's great. Just, it doesn't matter how stupid and, you know, how much you try to parody something, it's just...
There'll always be someone who thinks it's real.
There'll always be someone out there that's even more stupid, yeah.
You'll never be able to... I think it's that thing quote about the internet. You will never be able to say anything sarcastic enough where someone won't take it seriously. That's why you've got, like, actual people in America talking about, like, oh man, like, Born in the USA is a great song because it says Born in the USA in it.
And that's as far as they're, like, thinking about that song goes.
Or Donald Trump walking out at his rallies to Fortunate Son. And it's like, wow. Or YMCA was another one.
Oh no! I went and gathered 10 rupees thinking, yeah, it'll be fun. But, you know what we can do? We can turn this 10 rupees, like, simply into 50 rupees.
Very easily. With this one weird trick.
This one trick that nobody knows about. This one 5-minute trick.
One weird trick.
If I'd merely given these 10 rupees to a poor person, they'd, like, use it for food. But me, a rich person that has plenty in the bank, I'm going to use it to make more money.
I could times it by 5.
Oh no, it's the Bomb Chew game! Oh shit! It's a different game depending on the day. Oh no.
Oh, fuck you.
I was good at the shooting with the bow. No, not the Bomb Chew.
You thought you were hot shit.
No! I've been blundered.
I've been bamboozled.
Just completely. Keep throwing Bomb Chews, they'll never know. The Bomb Chews will find their way to the promised land. Oh, I've got too many Bomb Chews out. That one above the door is going to be a problem. I never got left to get. Throw them at the door. Okay, we got the one at the door. Come on! Yeah! There we go. Still did it. I was not as confident as the bow game where I'm just like, boom, boom, boom. But, oh shit. He got you know what? That's what we call a perfect game. Of just this child throwing unlimited bomb chews everywhere. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect.
Flawless, never saw it coming.
Okay, now we take this to the shooting gallery. We've got enough money. Oh.
You want to know as well how little Ninja Gaiden fucks around? It has a boss rush at the end, but you don't get your health replenished after you complete it and give it to the final boss.
No. Hit as many red ones as you can within the time limit. Hit a blue one.
There's also not a place to go to the store to buy new items. It's just whatever you have at that time is what you have to go into the final boss fight with.
What fucking car? That's what.
Yeah.
So we got to hit 39, and we can't hit the blue ones. Wait, what? Oh, okay. That's classed as red. Oh, well, fuck me. I ain't fucking about now.
Oh yeah. My save point doesn't give me any more health back. Beat the final boss on half health.
Oof.
Why would you not want to beat the final boss on half health?
There we go. And then... Excellent.
I'm liking that, like, that sounds like winning. That's the sound of victory.
Sounds heroic, Carl. Oh shit. Okay, have we done it? We've done it. There we go. Fuck you.
Oh, the bad place. The upside down.
There we go. Beat it by 5. By 5.
I've seen a couple of headlines the last few days where you look at something and you go, numbers don't mean anything anymore. Right, at first I saw like a headline. It was about like Halo. It's like, do you know the Halo series cost $10 million an episode? And I'm like, wow, that's a lot of money. And I remember like, I went back.
What's the context of that?
And Game of Thrones cost $1 million an episode. I'm like, wow, that was a lot of money back then. And then news came out about Stranger Things. It's like Stranger Things cost $20 million an episode. And I'm like, wow. That's a lot of money. And then it's like that Amazon TV series in Lord of the Rings, that cost $40 million an episode. And I'm like, well, let's just go back. How much did Lord of the Rings cost? It's like, oh, Lord of the Rings cost like 80. So 2 episodes of this TV show cost as much as all of Lord of the Rings.
Holy shit.
Little known accident, didn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, $93 million budget, so 3 episodes of the Lord of the Rings TV show. So it has a budget of $465 million.
Holy crap.
Which costs more than the entirety of the original Lord of the Rings trilogy. Plus an extra 200 million. Even adjusted for inflation, it's 100 million more. And it still looks like shit.
Okay. Dear, that's too bad. I don't have enough rupees. That's rough. I should have beat the record by 1. Should have done that tech. I didn't. I wasn't smart enough.
So do they talk about like there's going to be eventually movies are just going to collapse? Because like movies cost too much money. And movies are eventually going to cost so much money that the industry is going to collapse, and we're going to go back to smaller movies. Like the only companies that can sustain it, like Marvel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Why are TV shows now costing this much when?
Well, because like Amazon's making it.
I guess, and they've got infinite money.
Yeah, and like, I'm sure that because it's one of those weird things, isn't it? Of like, well, Netflix has never been profitable technically.
It's definitely not profitable anymore, mate.
They're getting their shares eaten too much, aren't they? Like, there's too many streaming services now.
Well, it's all the announcements they've made of like, oh yeah, we added ads. They announced that they're going to add ads in their share, like their share price dropped by like 15%.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. It's like, that is going, the moment that gets introduced, I'm just deleting my thing.
Yeah.
The instant they add ads, it's like, this was the one thing you had.
The one thing, for sure. Oh. This one was like, no, my dance moves are too basic. So, Carl.
You've got better dance moves now.
We need to show the dance moves.
Oh.
Unless we don't. More jumping. Oh, because I think we've already done that, haven't we? But then at the same time, because we've gone back in time, they've forgotten that I've taught them the better dance.
Ooh, maybe. That'd be interesting.
I was just like, maybe I can remember the Song of Storms and it'll work on that guy. He's the Song of Storms guy, but... we run away. So, you know what? I don't know much to do at the moment apart from... Like, I don't know much side quest-wise, so maybe, like, next time I can read up a little bit on some of the cool side quests that we can do, like... And then,
Which is going to be you on your own, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
so,
not going to be here. It's going to be just Lucas
so
goes alone.
There will be 2 weeks of me, like, playing without Carl. So I will continue to stream, like, without Carl and stuff. Like, Carl will just have to, go watch those VODs or something. But, like, Carl's going to go have a nice vacation.
Yeah, while I'm on holiday, I'm just going to watch the VODs.
But,
so my girlfriend's like, what are you doing? So I'm watching Lucas's VOD, so I'm
need to catch up on Majora's Mask! That aren't you meant to be spending time with me? No!
Shut up, I'm watching Majora's Mask!
Stop, please. Let me back. I've got a sword. So just so I know where we're at, I'm going to throw myself towards the mountains. I'm going to leave ourselves here just staring.
So you're pointing in the direction that you're going, at least?
Yeah, but I'll have a little look at, like, some fun little side quests that we can do for next time and things like that. And we won't blitz straight into the next, like, into the mountains. We'll have a bit of fun and mess about with a couple of side quests and maybe get a couple of extra masks and stuff.
Get yourself super powered by the next time.
And then by the time you come back, we'll have probably, like, at least gotten to be a Goron. Spoilers.
Oh, I can't wait for it to be like double Goron.
We might be like, I don't know whether we'll have taken on the dungeon yet or not, but we'll figure that out as we go.
I don't know where Athens GA is, but I'm going to assume it's not where I'm going. I'm going. Actually, I'm not even going to say where I'm going.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I don't want people messaging me saying you should come here. It's like, no.
Carl's going to China.
I've been to China. It's nice.
There we go. Find Carl in China next week.
Yeah.
And thank you everyone for joining in. Been much appreciated. Oh, I hit the mic as I'm like trying to press buttons. Ah!